Welcome back to the channel. Today, the focus turns to a small creature that even larger predators approach with caution. The honey badger does not possess overwhelming size. It does not seek conflict, yet it never backs down when challenged. In this journey, viewers will see why the honey badger is regarded as one of nature's boldest fighters. As the pack of wild dogs welcomes a new litter, the atmosphere around the den tightens with tension. The arrival of a honey badger immediately shifts the daily rhythm. The mother wild dog does not rush in recklessly, but maintains a strategic distance, prioritizing moving her pups to safety. In the wild, protecting the next generation remains the highest command. The tightly sealed shell appears nearly impenetrable, yet the honey badger does not give up. It rotates and flips, searching for the smallest vulnerability rather than striking blindly. Persistence gradually wears down passive defense. Flexible strategy often overcomes rigid armor. Caught in an ambush, the mother honey badger immediately positions herself in front of her young like a living shield. She does not retreat, but holds her ground at close range to block every approach. Her resilience causes the two young wild dogs to lose their rhythm. At times, determination alone is enough to protect what matters most. A male lion approaches with curiosity mixed with dominance. Yet the honey badger maintains a defiant stance, refusing to yield even a step. A brief chase unfolds in tension, where size does not entirely determine the outcome. On the savannah, a reputation for toughness can serve as invisible armor. Beneath the tree, the leopard appears to hold the advantage. But the sudden arrival of a mother honey badger changes the situation. A decisive charge forces the predator to weigh the risk. The instinct to protect offspring can transform a small individual into a formidable opponent. Across the dry grassland, the difference in size is clear from the beginning. Yet the honey badger maintains close pressure, denying the leopard space to fully use its strengths. The standoff concludes once control is established, but the spirit of resistance remains intact. In nature, resilience is an asset that cannot be measured by size. Across the dry, sun-baked ground, the honey badger moves with rare confidence. While many species avoid scorpions, it actively digs and controls its prey with precise bites. Its tolerance to venom allows it to expand its survival menu. In harsh environments, adaptation becomes the greatest advantage. In a rare moment when the opponent leaves deep water, the honey badger uses the terrain on land to create pressure. Quick and decisive advances reduce the crocodile's ability to maneuver. When drawn away from its favorable zone, the balance begins to shift. Choosing the right battlefield can determine the entire outcome. Surrounded by multiple leopards, the honey badger does not flee. It holds its ground, responding instantly whenever the distance narrows. Its resilience slows each probing advance. As psychological pressure reverses, space opens for it to walk away. At times, composure alone can shift the dynamic without prolonged confrontation. Facing the massive frame of a crocodile, the honey badger still refuses to retreat. It continually disrupts, forcing the opponent away from its advantageous position near the water. Once the terrain advantage fades, the crocodile chooses to withdraw to avoid unnecessary risk. The encounter shows that size alone does not always guarantee dominance. The quiet moment breaks as a wolf steps forward to establish territorial boundaries. The wolverine responds with a low stance and familiar toughness, maintaining distance and preventing deeper approach. After only a few tense exchanges, both recognize that the cost of conflict outweighs the benefit. Instinct closes the confrontation before it escalates further. Encircled by a large group, the honey badger does not rely on speed to escape. It holds position, reacting decisively each time wild dogs attempt to shorten the distance. Its endurance disrupts the coordination of the entire pack. When no clear opportunity emerges, the circle gradually dissolves. Across the quiet grassland, the honey badger focuses on foraging, unaware of watchful eyes behind it. A male lion approaches steadily, without haste or display. The silent observation continues, where curiosity replaces any intent of conflict. At times, not every encounter must lead to confrontation. As night falls, the hyenas do not rush in aggressively, but apply pressure through numbers and persistent harassment. Yet the honey badger does not measure danger by noise or size. It holds position, reacting decisively whenever the circle tightens. Its resilience disrupts the rhythm of the encirclement, and the night concludes without either side easily gaining the upper hand. A sweet reward always comes with dense risk. The honey badger moves straight into the beehive, accepting repeated waves of resistance from above. Without retreating, it uses every brief moment to reach its objective. In the wild, endurance can become the key to unlocking a valuable source of energy. The dry ground trembles lightly under firm and deliberate digging. For many species, scorpions pose an unpredictable threat. Yet here, venom creates no clear advantage. The honey badger handles its prey with precision and accumulated experience. Once the opponent is well understood, fear gradually loses its weight. A solitary honey badger quickly draws the attention of opportunistic hyenas. Repeated probing advances unfold, but forceful responses follow instantly. Its intensity causes the attempt to apply pressure to slowly fade. The encounter ends before it turns into a prolonged conflict. Though small in size, the honey badger possesses unusually thick skin and swift reflexes. When opportunity appears on favorable terrain, it acts briefly and effectively. The larger opponent is compelled to reassess its advantage. In nature, efficiency often outweighs sheer mass. The encounter unfolds at extremely close range, where even a minor misstep can carry serious consequence. The agile snake searches for an opening, while the honey badger does not evade, but seeks resolution. One precise decision shifts the balance. When control of the rhythm is secured, the bolder contender gains the advantage. After an unsuccessful foraging trip, the honey badger returns to its den and detects a lingering, unfamiliar scent. The intruder has chosen the wrong shelter. As this territory does not allow hesitation, the response is swift and decisive, forcing the outsider to leave. In the wild, defending living space is a priority that cannot be compromised. Instead of retreating, the wild buffalo chooses to stand firm and display its weight and strength. Its horns point straight ahead as a clear warning, but the brief opening that appears is quickly exploited with speed and pressure. The confrontation closes when resilience alone no longer holds the advantage. In survival, courage only matters when paired with the right decision. The rabbit is already exhausted, each stride growing slower. The marten uses its advantage in speed and endurance. The pursuit does not last long. Once strength runs out, the outcome is decided. A hungry pack of hyenas approaches, intent on testing a solitary opponent. Yet the honey badger does not flee, and instead advances with sudden counter-moves. The unexpected boldness slows the rhythm of the encirclement. A single moment of hesitation is enough for the balance to shift toward the more resilient contender. The scorpion delivers a precise defensive strike, but the reaction does not cause the honey badger to waver. It continues to close in, controlling each small movement of its prey. Endurance and experience neutralize what seems like a formidable threat. In nature, understanding the opponent diminishes the power of fear. The lioness blends into the dry grass, patiently waiting for the right moment. But when she moves forward, she meets a forceful response from a highly alert wildebeest. The counteraction compels the predator to reassess the risk. At times, the reward is not worth the potential cost. Curiosity draws the lion closer to the beehive than is safe. Within seconds, thousands of tiny individuals form a unified wave. Without great size, their coordination compels the stronger animal to retreat. In nature, collective strength is never to be underestimated. The snake attempts to climb higher to escape the dangers below. But the honey badger follows with firm claws and unwavering determination. Vertical space is not enough to break that persistence. When the rhythm of pursuit is controlled, the advantage shifts to the more enduring contender. Darkness does not cause the marten to hesitate. Its eyes, enhanced by the tapetum lucidum, reflect faint light and allow it to monitor the surroundings. When the fox appears, the advantage belongs not to the larger animal, but to the one that sees more clearly in the night. When every movement settles, the honey badger continues forward with the same unwavering resilience. Not size, but character allows it to stand firm amid the harshest trials. Thank you for staying until the end of today's video. If these intense survival stories resonate, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share the video so the journey into the wild can continue.